Robbie, so great to see you. How's everything going? The baby, the whole thing. My goodness, life has changed since I've last spoken to you.
It has changed so much. Great to see you too. Everything's good. I wish it was warmer.
Yeah, well,
I think that every day when I wake up.
Dude, you're not in Toronto, right? So don't complain.
I am.
Oh, you
I
are?
am in Toronto.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I thought you were in LA. All right, well then
No.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Well, listen, what a great. I love the first season, and boy, did season 2 hold up. It is fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
And I wanted to ask you, what was it like to be back in Lakeview? Because things aren't always what they seem, right? And things are very elevated this season. So tell me a little bit about that.
It was really great. I mean, it was obviously a weird time to go back to work. It was kind of middle of the pandemic, and we all knew how and but it was odd to be shooting,
Yeah.
with amazing people who you want to hang out with and you can only see for like a little bit of time. And one of them was actually kind of interesting. Andy and I, in the first season, spent so much of it together. In the start of second season, we're apart, and
Right.
I'm on these sets, and I've only worked with her like every day last season, and I didn't see her for the first 2 weeks because we're not hanging out outside of shooting.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked for the characters because we were both kind of like, this is weird, I miss this person. And then we finally get to see each other on the show. So it was great to be back. I'm really excited about the season. I think that Greg really leaned into the things that people liked about the first season and found everybody's voices. And I love that some of the supporting characters got, larger arcs, because I'm such huge fans of theirs, and getting to watch Zainab and Kevin and Allegra really, kind of dive into more work. I'm a big fan of watching the show.
Yeah, me too. I mean, but there's so much crazy stuff going on. And I also like the, we get to, really find out about what the Ludds and what they're up to. And, Nora, as you say, Andy's, her storyline is crazy too, because she's very torn. What was it like for you to explore the big tech even further? And then when you see the finished product, wow, this show really steps it up.
I mean, Greg he's just so smart, and he rides that fine line of, blending tones and, having the romance and the humor and the drama and the mystery and the satire, and, always kind of letting it live in a gray area. It's not black and white.
Yeah.
And I think that the audience responds to that. He treats the people that are watching the show like smart individuals who will make their own decisions, and there's going to be some polarizing opinions, but at the end of the day, I think it's very honest and really interesting.
Oh yeah, for sure. It really makes you think about what could happen, maybe 100 years from now or whatever. Okay, the thing that creeped me out the most, I'm just going to go there. Prototypes, dude. Oh my God. Okay, that the actor who, honestly, everybody has that face. Okay. No. It will turn people off having children. All I have to say.
Owen Daniels, who plays AI guy, who is also the baby, is also a writer on the show. He wrote my favorite episode of the first season, and he wrote the finale of season 2. He is a genius. He's the sweetest guy, and he will do anything for the joke. And I mean, did he ever with Prototypes?
Yeah. It really is creepy. Like, you have to admit it. When you saw
it's horrifying.
Yeah, completely horrifying. Yeah, it's just insane. I have to ask you, I mean, even Greg has already said, like, season 3, I think it's going to happen. Let's fingers crossed for us fans. But I want to know, on social media, obviously, you get to interact with all the fans. You get to hear, how people enjoy the show. What's been the thing that really kind of warms your heart the most, Robbie, from interacting with the fans about this show and what they love?
What's been really cool is, obviously we premiered during the pandemic at a time in the world where there was a lot more important things going on than our TV show. And selfishly, I was worried about my TV show and hoped it would do well. And I got such nice messages from people all around the world saying, I really needed this escape. And I love this show. I can't wait to watch more. This let me stop thinking about other things for a little while, and that just means a lot to me, that we can kind of pop into people's homes for a minute and maybe lighten their day. So that was really, really cool. And I don't know, I feel like it's one of those weird shows that people continue to find. I get messages from people, it's been a long time between season 1 and 2. It's been 2 years.
Yes, I know,
And
right? Yeah.
yeah, it's a long time. And granted, it's COVID 2 years, so it feels like a day and it feels like 10 years. None of it makes sense. But it's been really wild to have people find it, throughout that time. It wasn't all front loaded. So I'm just excited for people to see season 2, maybe bring some new people to season 1.
Oh, for sure. And I love the fact that I'm a huge Paulo Costanzo fan, so I was so excited to see him on the show. Are you guys buddies from way back, or how do you guys?
I know Paulo because he did Designated Survivor with my wife. So It was great to have at least some semblance of a relationship before he has to drag me around a tub for one of the weirdest scenes of anything I've ever shot and may ever shoot in my life.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so much fun to see him in that. I was very excited when I saw it. So what's after this one? What's going on? Are you in Toronto shooting, or what's going on with you?
I am. I'm in Toronto shooting. I just finished Code 8 Part 2, which will be coming out on Netflix end of this year, maybe beginning of next year. I did a movie called Float with Andrea Bang, who is incredible. It's a Lionsgate movie. We're in post-production right now. It's very charming. It's very sweet. It's based off of a Wattpad movie, romantic comedy. And I'm shooting a movie called Hello Stranger right now with Sam Worthington, Simu Liu, and Jordana Brewster.
Nice cast. Well, first of all, just make sure that Sam and Simu don't beat you up. My God.
No promises.
Listen, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Maybe we'll bump into you in the street. But thank you for season 2. It's just a joy. I loved every minute of it. And my fingers are crossed for season 3. So we'll see what happens. Okay.
Thanks, Bonnie. Always good talking with you.
Always good talking to you. Take care and have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.